Hi, we're here today to talk SEO, but more specifically, SEO for e-commerce businesses. As marketing continues to move to the digital world, search engine optimization strategies for businesses become more and more important. And it's critical for just about every business type, but it's perhaps most important for e-commerce retailers. Online selling has exploded due to consumer demand, and the landscape is more competitive than ever. It's vital to offer a unique and quality product, but no matter how good your product or service is, it won't be a success without first being seen by the right eyes. That's where SEO for e-commerce comes in. Getting to the top of search engine results pages will bring your website a whole lot more traffic and in turn, a whole lot more sales. In fact, the result in the top position has a click-through rate of 31.7%, while less than half of that will click on the second result and less than 1% of users click on anything past the first page. In the end, the lesson is pretty simple. SEO matters a whole lot. But how do you do it well? For busy business owners, it's yet another thing to tackle, but even a little bit can go a long way. Check out the rest of this video guide to learn how to optimize your e-commerce SEO and bring more shoppers to your website. Let's first start by talking a little bit more about why SEO is so important. First, it matters for any type of business, from mom and pop shops to multinational chains. And it's still low-hanging fruit for a lot of businesses. A lot of businesses could be easily reaching the first few pages for relevant keywords and not even know it. Plus, SEO can be done on a local, targeted level. It also has arguably the highest return on investment of any marketing strategy. And better yet, the basics aren't complicated. Even beginners can employ helpful changes. Finally, not only does good SEO help improve your visibility among shoppers, but it also creates a better shopping experience for those that visit your website. SEO strategies altogether require a holistic approach and will serve your business well in the long run. Better product descriptions, a faster and more convenient e-commerce checkout, high quality product images, and improved site speed will not only increase your organic traffic, but will also increase your conversion rates. Just to illustrate how important SEO is for online businesses, let's look at a quick hypothetical. Say you sell kids baseball gloves. Then I imagine the keyword kids baseball gloves is pretty important. In fact, it's estimated that search term alone gets 5,400 searches each month. Putting aside ads, the top organic spot will receive clicks for 35% of those searches, equaling 1,890 unique visitors. If you have a 10% conversion rate, that means your business is selling 189 kids baseball gloves each month just through organic traffic. If, however, you rank in the second position, your traffic will be reduced by about half. With 17% of the clicks, you'll have approximately 918 visitors and 92 sales. Sliding to the bottom of the first page in position 10, and you only receive 2.5% of clicks. This translates to about 135 clicks and just 13 sales each month. While ranking at all is better than nothing, it's critical to focus on getting to those top 3 to 5 spots. Rising just a single spot will result in a marked difference in total sales, and jumping from the bottom of page 1 to the top will increase your sales by nearly 15 times. So now let's get to how you get this whole thing off the ground and running. Your first step is going to be keyword research. Without conducting thorough and thoughtful keyword research, the rest of this process will be less successful. The goal of this is to determine which keywords are easier to rank for, but still bring your relevant traffic with high intent buyers. Remember, not every keyword will be accessible, especially at the beginning. Ranking for popular keywords can take years to nurture. And it's also important to remember that it's not worth trying to rank for just anything. It's inevitable that some of your traffic will not be interested in making a purchase, but nonetheless, you want to maximize your relevant traffic. There are a ton of tools out there that can assist you with keyword research. Some free tools can give you a rudimentary understanding, like the unpaid version of Uber suggests. Paid options will go much more in depth and allow you to better plan your keyword strategy. These tools include Ahrefs, Moz, and Keywords Everywhere, including a whole lot of others. Additionally, you can look at your competition, figure out which keywords your competitors rank for, and add those to your list. Make a long list of all relevant keywords and any significant variations. Consider their cost per click, search volume, and competition. Identify the most valuable keywords. These are typically those with the highest search volume and the lowest competition. Prioritize these above any others. Next, identify your middle list of terms. These might have middling competition and middling search volume, or maybe have high volume and also high competition. Finally, categorize your lowest priority keywords. These are likely extremely competitive keywords or some that are only loosely related to your product. Once you have your keywords laid out, you'll be in a better position to start writing your content and optimizing your website. Next, think about your website's architecture. You'll need to build a simple and straightforward website. Luckily, for most small e-commerce businesses, there are pre-built options for doing so, and a lot of them are free. Your main focus here should be making the navigation intuitive. You want your users to be able to easily find what they're looking for and finalize a transaction. A good rule of thumb is that no single page is more than a click or two away from any other page. You want your e-commerce site map to resemble a full tree, not just a few branches. Think about which pages are most important and which are lesser. You want users to be able to find your top pages easily so they can navigate to them quickly. For e-commerce stores, the checkout page is, of course, the priority. Finally, make your URLs and meta descriptions clear. Each should contain any relevant keywords too. Next, start blogging. Even though you really want people to get to your shop and make a purchase, it's important to have supplementary content too. This is most easily accomplished through a blog. And you'll have to go back to keyword research for this one. You want to target your secondary keywords here. These include those that are on topic with your product or service, but not necessarily those that are searched for by high-intent shoppers. Typically, they'll be easier to rank for, thereby generating more traffic and brand awareness. Additionally, you can use them to link to your top category pages, allowing you to build authority for those within your site's architecture. It's important to be sure that you're adding valuable content to your blog. Google and other search engines reward websites that improve the user experience. Filler content will be easily flagged by Google as such. The algorithm can determine this by bounce rate, which is the percentage of users that don't navigate to a second page, average time spent on the page, and other secondary metrics like alt tags, meta descriptions, images, and keywords. In general, always publish content that you truly believe adds value to your reader. Fourth, let's talk about some slightly more technical factors, but don't let that word scare you, they're pretty straightforward. These are simply some SEO best practices to keep in mind when optimizing your e-commerce store. These are generally easy to implement once learned. First, keep your URLs simple. Don't make them too long and be sure that they include your product keywords. Add secondary categories when appropriate. Next, include title tags on each page. You particularly want to structure your product pages with the appropriate title tags. You want your primary keywords to have an H1 tag at the top. Additionally, include your primary keyword and any secondary keywords in H2 and H3 subheadings. You also want to add keywords to the body of your pages. You don't want to stuff keywords, but you do want to have your keywords scattered naturally throughout the body of your content. For e-commerce product pages, this means including your keyword in your product title, description, and URL. Images are also a key component. Any good e-commerce store will also have product images, and any that you do include should have alt tags attached to them that accurately describe the content of the images. Ideally, these descriptions also contain important keywords related to the product. Finally, all pages should also have meta descriptions. These are the brief descriptions under each search engine result that help the search engine user have a basic idea of the content of the pages prior to clicking on them. All meta descriptions should contain your primary keyword as well. Okay, fifth, you need to show your product pages some extra love. All product pages must be clear and inspire confidence in the shopper. Though consumers have become more accustomed to online shopping, there often remains an air of uncertainty when making an e-commerce purchase. After all, it affords shoppers less opportunity to interact with the product prior to making the purchase. For this reason, it's vital that e-commerce merchants display the product in a thorough and accurate manner. Include multiple photos of each product that you're selling. These should portray the product accurately and give the shopper an idea of its size, texture, and quality. Add photos from multiple angles as well, and add images of the product in use. Make sure you add alt tags to each photo with relevant keywords. You'll also need to use your description space to further explain the product and add more keywords. Include all relevant information about the product, such as its size, quantity, color, materials, and manufacturer. Take the guesswork out of the equation for your shoppers. Additionally, add information about your return policy or product guarantee on all product pages. This is relevant information and will also help assure shoppers that they aren't locking themselves into a purchase in case the product doesn't meet their expectations. Make navigating to the checkout page simple and intuitive. Help reduce your abandoned carts and bounce rates with a clear checkout button. This will encourage shoppers to move to the checkout page and complete the purchase. Finally, advertise bonus perks like free shipping or coupon codes. If you can offer free shipping or include free shipping for certain benchmark cart totals, make this apparent throughout the product pages and checkout pages. It's a big selling point for many online retailers, and shoppers will be more likely to finalize a transaction. Sixth, for those of you who sell locally, start thinking locally. This includes your SEO strategies too. While more e-commerce sellers will ship across the country and even internationally, there's still value in local advertising, especially if you have a brick and mortar storefront. Start with the easiest. Claim your business on Google My Business. This gives Google and its users relevant information on your shop, including store hours, location, website, social media links, and more. And while it's primarily useful for physical retail stores, it will nonetheless bring more traffic and awareness to your website. But think about other outlets too. Advertise on other relevant local websites, news sources, online magazines, bloggers, social media accounts, and any other geographically targeted outlets. These will help expand your brand awareness and also add some valuable backlinks to your website, helping your overall SEO strategies. Seventh is arguably the worst of any of these: link building. Still, it's certainly another important long-term strategy to improve your organic ranking on search engines. This is a tedious process and one that requires a whole lot of patience. Backlinks to your website serve as affirmation to Google that your site contains valuable content, and backlinks from high-profile sites will serve as extra affirmation. There are a number of ways to gather more links to your website. One is you can just buy them. There are thousands of services out there that sell links. Some are better than others. Any good one will be expensive. Buying links is an option, but it doesn't come highly recommended. It's costly and can be flagged by Google. A better way is to market particular pages as a valuable resource to related websites. Do you have a great infographic or high-quality blog post? Great. Share the wealth and ask other bloggers to link to it to improve the quality of their content. Another avenue for link building is through social media. Depending on the nature of what you sell, you might also partner with social media or blog influencers. In addition to the link, they'll also help spread your brand awareness. You can also use tools to find broken or dead links across the internet. Reach out to the site owner, notifying them of the broken link, and suggest one of yours as a useful replacement. Finally, look at links to your competitors and try to poach them. Not only will this give you an additional link, but it'll also take one away from them. Okay, now on to the last one. And here you'll need to get a little bit more technical still. But again, nothing too crazy. Most of this is easy enough to complete without having a background in web development or hiring anybody extra. Start with a site crawl. Check to see if your site is healthy and performing well. Make sure that there are no broken links, no missing metadata, and no unsupported links or content. Next, set up your Google Analytics and Search Console. Get your website's domain registered with both of these critical tools so that you can measure your traffic and site performance. It's also important to keep all content unique. Check for any duplicate title tags, pages, URLs, or other content. Duplicate content will hurt your SEO rankings. Conduct a backlink crawl as well. While getting backlinks is vital, it's just as vital not to have bad backlinks. You don't want your site being linked to by shady or spammy websites. Find any instances of this and disavow them through Google Search Console. The one issue here that you might want to consult a developer on is improving site speed. Speed is a more important factor in ranking than it ever has been before. Take some steps to improve this by looking at your Google Page Speed Insights report. This identifies trouble areas, helping users optimize their site for both desktop and mobile users. Finally, link up your brick and mortar and e-commerce stores. You'll need to be sure that your website is integrated with your retail POS system. This will keep your inventory reporting and ordering all consolidated in a single system, helping to improve the speed and accuracy in which daily operations are completed. To learn more about the basics of SEO, check out some of our other videos and blogs on the topic. The resources I mentioned earlier, like Ubersuggest, Ahrefs, and Moz, all have great content too. It doesn't take long to get the basics down and start making progress. And remember, this is a long-term strategy. You won't see changes overnight, but you will see continual gradual improvement over time. And to learn more about how your point of sale system can be integrated with your online store, reach out to us at Corona POS. We help businesses improve their online presence and grow their sales. Thanks for stopping by today.